I sent you a voice call on Discord.
Roger, let me check.
I'm going to grab John's set. John's telling me to use his set. He's been watching me, apparently. Struggling with mine. Have you got John's set?
Yep. I tweaked the diff a little bit, but I've got his chassis.
All right, yeah, chuck it my way and I'll see what he's telling me about the diff anyway. 2 plates, 50 preload, 55 drive.
Yep. I scared it up a little bit.
Oh, right. Made it even worse.
Yep.
Oh, nice one. Things are on the up, mate.
You're such a positive person, Mick. Things are rubbish. Awesome. Yeah, so let me share. All right, so this is John's that I've tweaked. You can always just by naming conventions. I keep the naming conventions so I know where the setup came from, and then I add my initials if I've adjusted it.
Yeah.
So
what I need to do, I'll tell you what I do need to do. I need to check my gears because I'll tell you what, gears are so important here. I'm just making sure I know what mine are. So I might put them on John's set. 51, 47, 21, 1846. Yeah, I'm not up to speed yet. Well, I'm up to speed, but just not fast. So
it's a confounding track. I feel like a little bit. It's like VIR in a sense.
Yeah, it's a little bit like it. It's always overheated the tires this place as well.
Yep. My individual laps, occasionally I crack off a good one.
Yeah.
But the race last night was disastrous. I was a mess. It was all over the place.
I'll tell you what, mate. I'm not surprised, mate. You've had such a shocking season, haven't you?
Well, it's been
ever since you asked for help. It's just gone downhill, mate.
Well, in some sense, I'm out of my comfort zone, and that's good because I need to go there. But like last night, I had a little bit of and Rolly's probably going to see this. I think Rolly found my streams today, like half an hour ago.
Oh, okay, cool. He's going to listen to all the slag offs that I've been saying about him.
And I think so. I was behind him for the first, 5 or 6 laps last night, and I had a tiny bit of pace, but I couldn't pass. Right, he was doing great. He wasn't making any mistakes. And then he went a little defensive into turn 1, and I lifted a little bit. I got nervous, and Laust ran over me from behind. He had an off, and he was working his way back to the grid, of course. And then after that, I spun off. I probably should have saved up. I spun off after that, so I had a clear space after that. But running by myself, I could not drive that. What is it? Turn 5. That sharp right-hander. The heavy braking zone into the first hairpin.
Okay. Yeah.
I drove myself off that at least twice.
Really? What? Just missing your brake marker?
Yeah, just missing the brake marker. Just being.
Yeah, it's tough. It is quite tough, to be honest with you. Hold on. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Let me just check something because I've got a funny feeling. Mike. Okay, no. Yeah, I fixed my mic because it was just the lead. I've got I got a really old sat nav in my car, and it's the same lead. It's not even a USB. I don't know what they're called. What are they called? Micro USBs, aren't they? The old ones. You got USB-C, what everything uses now, haven't you? Then you got micro USB, what everything used to use.
Right.
And then you've got like this even bigger one. I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a real chunky like input, so it's obviously normal USB for the PC, and then it comes off and it's got this chunky like type of input, and it's the same one for my mic and the sat nav. So I just nicked the sat nav one, and it works straight away.
Perfect.
So I'm not going to tell Joe now I'm going to race, because he would have got someone in now who's probably really looking forward to it. So I won't do it.
Yeah.
I tell you, mate, I look at this setup and I'm just thinking, how can this be fast? I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, it's just me. Because 11, it doesn't make sense to have 11 bump on the front and 11 bump on the rear. They're not connected in any way. The front bump is connected to the rear rebound.
And I'm pretty sure that that's kind of John's comfort, right? That's where he's found works for him. Because I'm pretty sure that's his set most places. He likes the 275 pounds. He likes the 11 and 5. And it's obviously working for him. He's
I've got no idea why
he's running hard.
I just trying to sort of work out. I mean, when you're on the brakes, say, then it's all front bump and rear rebound, because the back's lifting and the front's diving. So that controls that. So why would you want 11 bump on the front and 5 rebound on the rear? Because the front's going to dive down slow, but the rear's going to lift up fast. And it's the same for acceleration. So you've got rebound 5, which is going to let the front lift up, but then you've got bump 11, which is going to take a bit of time to let the rear squat down. But I don't think it's actually, I don't think it's the same across the car, because all the weight's at the back. So if anything, I think you'd want, say if you wanted to, I think this is how it works. If you wanted it to, the rates to be equal, so you'd want I don't know, 12 bump on the rear and 6 rebound on the front, and then the car would rotate the same. I don't know. I obviously don't know the numbers, and I guarantee you, iRacing doesn't even know those numbers either. But,
no idea. That's way beyond me.
But saying that, I don't even know if that's a benefit. Having the front dive down the same as the rear lifting up. When you hit the brakes, I don't know if that helps. No idea. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to try this set, and I've completely lost my set by doing this as well.
Don't.
I always do that.
It is annoying that if you don't capture it, especially, and I think this is also true of the shared ones. Like if you accept a shared one and then leave without saving it, I think it's gone.
Yeah, it is
something like that. Yeah.
I've done it loads of times.
Yeah,
just got shared one and not saved it.
That's a weird user interface oversight. I mean, the good news is it obviously works for John. I mean, he makes it go. Right? He's the real deal. He's put the work in. He does the heavy lifting and makes it go. And he's obviously, we talked about this, but he's really consistent, which is probably where I suck, right? Occasionally I snap off a decent lap, but the other 9/10 of the time I'm all over the place. So there's something to be said.
That's not even you on the track, is it? It's someone else.
No, not yet. There's something to be said for being consistent.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So you made this even scarier on power. So John said to me, it really rotates nice, and already I've gone around turn 2 thinking it's understeering. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is loose, isn't it? Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm impressed you're getting this round the track, mate, I tell you.
Well, I've also gotten in the habit, I think because of his set, I'm coming out of that turn 2, the long left-hander, in third gear, which is not really probably ideal.
I'll show you these gears in a minute, because well, let's see how we get on anyway. Yeah, Phillip Island is a tough. It's always been really tough to set up for this place, and the gears. I find the gears the hardest thing to set up for. But what it is you only use 5th gear once really, so I don't mind having a bit of a jump between 4th and 5th gear. So I normally go for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th to be closer than normal, with a little bit of a jump to 5th. This is a nightmare on cold tyres, ain't it?
Yeah, laps 1 and 2 aren't comfortable.
Yeah.
And the other place, obviously, that I have no idea how to fix with this setup, this gearing, is coming out of the second, the left-handed hairpin, not hairpin, but the medium speed left-handed on the back straight with the little.
What the one after the hairpin? You mean?
Yeah, so the hairpin to the right, and then the left-hander that comes out onto the back quote straight with the little kink, and I have not put much work into it, but I haven't figured out how to make that right kink full throttle, and that's hurting me.
I'm struggling to think where you are.
I don't know. I think of it as the back straight, but it's not straight.
So go from the slow hairpin, the right-hander.
Yep. Then there's the medium speed left-hander.
Yeah.
And then that straight afterwards.
Oh, okay.
With the right-handed kink, and then the
Well,
uphill left-hander.
you're never going to be. You can only be full throttle from. So you come out the second gear, left-hander. So after the hairpin, whatever it's called, I'm going to call it Honda, but it's not now. But that's the second gear. That's the really slow hairpin, the right-hander. Second gear in the left-hander.
Yep.
And then you should be full throttle pretty much all the way up to 4th gear, if you can. But that's with the gears I'm using here. So it might be different gears are causing you to not be able to get your power down.
Yeah, and it could be something on the chassis too, because there's a little bit of a, just as it hits the power band, you know, that 7,000 RPM or so, it wants me to shift from 3rd to 4th, and it's just an awkward timing, I think. I don't know whether there's a little dip in the track there or something, but and it's probably just me being a chicken and not being able to keep my foot down.
Yeah, we'll have a look in a minute. I'm going to get up to speed myself.
I'll stop talking at you.
No, it's fine, but I'm just trying to work this setup. Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? It's scary at the start, though.
I mean, lap 3 and on, it feels okay.
Yeah.
With the exception of it won't go into that Honda correctly. It's not me, it's a set.
Oh, we should have kept my set. Why didn't I just save it? That's all right. The reason I did it is because I sort of was nowhere near finished with it anyway, so... No, I mean, with it, well, yeah, I'm using different gears to you, so yeah, I had my foot to the floor there coming out that second gear corner.
And as usual, like, one of my challenges is that it takes me 3 weeks to learn the track each week, so I never really get comfortable to determine, oh, I need to adjust this here. It's always just me until very late in the week, and then I say, oh, well, it's too late now, I don't have the time to bang away at it ineptly.
Oh, I think, do you know what? I'd be tempted to take this back to 50 power ramp. I'll have a try anyway. Oh, I don't know. Turn 2, just coming out of turn 2, it's hard to get the power down. I could literally just mash my foot down in my set and just hold it there. I can't with this.
If you come out in third, what happens?
Yeah, third gear. And I could literally just floor it from the, well, not from the apex, just after the apex. Yeah, I'm going to go at 50 on it and see. Yeah, I went a bit faster with mine when I made the diff a bit easier, you know?
Yep. Well, as I've learned during the last, I don't know, what, 9 or 10 weeks working with you, it's a careful balance.
Oh, yeah, totally. This set actually feels really close to the Alien sets that used to get shared out in the original Grand Prix Legends game. On power anyway. When you first come out the pits, you know.
Back in those days, I had even less clue. In fact, for about, I don't know, the first year or two I owned Grand Prix Legends.
Yeah.
I was driving with a joystick and rudder pedals.
Oh yeah. I was lucky. I had a flight yoke. I had the original CH flight yoke thing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I had the old CH Flight Stick Pro. Love that.
Yeah,
stick.
I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Can't believe I lost it there. Matter of fact, I haven't used them in a year, but my flight gear is still all CH stuff.
Yeah, right. It's good stuff, isn't it? Have you seen the, I don't know what make it is. It might be CH or it might be Thrustmaster or something. You can pretty much buy like a full cockpit now, can't you?
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, it's like, it's looking on some forum or something. Someone spent about 10 grand. He's got like a full 737 cockpit going on, you know?
Oh, I'm sure.
Do these sessions get warmer or colder as they go along? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't been in a long one long enough.
Oh,
I actually know at least once it got cooler.
okay.
But that's only because I had crew chief telling me. I haven't actually looked.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. during the race last night after I'd screwed up and I was running all alone and just kind of feeling sullen. I wished I had that voice command configured so I could turn off crew chief, just tell Jim to shut the hell up.
Oh no, this ain't happening, man. I can't even get out the last corner, and the tyre's warmed up. I just can't get my foot down.
Well, it's the worst bastardization of setup.
Yeah, right.
Me and John working together. John's obviously works for him. I took it and I couldn't get any rotation on power, so I scaried it up.
Yeah.
But I haven't had any time to actually, tweak it.
31125. I'm going to go and grab my one back off of VRS.
Oh, there you go.
If it's on, if I haven't turned it, oh yeah, it's on. Thank God for that. No, I don't like it. Do you know what? I've found out a few times now that sometimes it's quicker to make the car easier to drive. You know.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's where, as I'm evolving a little bit, I'm starting to get an idea of when it's not me. But even that's, those are just small glimpses of, oh, maybe I'm at the limit of the setup. And this one time, it's not just me being a clod.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Is that seagulls I hear in the background? I know you're not exactly right on the coast,
yeah,
but you're close.
Do you know what? I actually thought it was at Phillip Island because they've updated the sound. Have you heard the like all the wildlife they got going on in the background? And they've got like Aussie commentators talking now and stuff.
Oh, in the ambient track?
Yeah, it's really good.
I think I turned it way down when I started streaming.
Right, okay, yeah, no, it's really good. But yeah, there's a ton of seagulls here, mate. Shit all over the car every single day.
I looked at the map a few weeks ago when you said you were telling somebody else you were in Austell. I spent a little bit of time, about half an hour away from you in Nuki.
Okay, yeah.
Long time ago. We, when I was stationed in Iceland, I took an environmental morality flight. We would fly with the patrol squadrons out of Iceland, and they would they'd take off, fly a mission, and then they land somewhere, UK, northern France or somewhere, and they'd get 2 or 3 days of, off time. So we landed at RAF St. Maughan, spent 2 or 3 days in Nuki just hanging out. It was really nice.
Yeah. All the surfers go to Nuki.
And I've been... Oh yeah? There was a lot of rocky coast up there. It was amazing.
There is, yeah.
I remember
you get all the guys in their VW vans and stuff.
Oh, nice. I forget what time of year it was, but I'd been in Iceland about a year, and I remember remarking how green and lush everything felt after having been in Iceland for a year.
Oh man, Iceland's like a volcanic rock.
It is.
It's just
It's awesome, but it was stark.
Yeah. All right, this has gone up 2 degrees from when I started then, so what's the time here? 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's getting hotter. Yeah, Nuki, yeah. So when the big planes land at Nuki, they Nuki's on the north coast, as you maybe remember, but I'm on the south coast here, and that's how big the flight pattern is to get into that airbase. They come all the way over
you.
Here. Yeah. Well, I'm scared to share you this set, mate, because I don't want to mess you up. But
I don't know whether that's good or
will
bad.
do. I'll share it. I'll share it. Yeah, give it a go. Try it. See how you get on. All right, it's there. Yeah, Jesus, if you think John's didn't turn, you're going to hate this, I'll tell you.
One more lap. Let's see what I can do.
Yeah, lap times are really close this week, aren't they, for some reason?
Yeah, there's my trouble spot. So what I do there, that was a 131, call it 131.9. It was my best.
Yeah.
And my optimal's only a 0.2 better than that. So that's probably me on that set. The other thing I literally just changed yesterday or the day before was I adjusted the world scale in the OpenXR VR setup. And I found I was, especially here, and maybe it was just very obvious here, but I found that I didn't really have a sense of speed that was accurate. So if I missed my break point, I didn't have a visual sense of was I fast or slow or. So I adjusted the world scale, and it helped a lot.
That setting is massive, literally.
it's so, even because it adjusts real time, it's almost imperceptible until you close your eyes and open it again. It's like, whoa.
That's it. Yeah. No, I when I had to go on Yuri's rig, when I went to meet him, I put his headset on, and the car looked like it was a toy car. It looked like a little go-kart. Oh man, how can you drive like this? Everything just looks so small. And I just did it. I didn't look at the speed of the car. I didn't notice any of that or whatever. When I did mine, I just wanted the car to look like it was normal size.
Yeah.
And let everything else worry about itself, you know.
And that's kind of how I started too. And I don't really have a frame of reference. I just kind of said, TLAR, right? That looks about right. And here, I was really noticing just kind of the lack of visual sense of speed, which was really hurting me. I think that was one of the challenges. It was hurting me getting into that right-hander, the hairpin. Because I just didn't. I couldn't tell, right? I couldn't adjust on the fly. I just couldn't tell. So the world scales helped a lot. I'm still tweaking that. But in fact, if I remember right, if I'm just sitting in the car looks too big, but the sense of speed is much more comfortable.
Right. Okay.
It's weird. All right. So I'm looking at your setup now. Full fuel, soft ARB. Okay. On the back.
Yeah, I'm still
firm on the front.
Still working all this out, mate. So
yeah, no worries. I'm just as one of the things that I put on the back burner as far as education is, as my driving skills increase a little bit, eventually I'll need to start working on understanding a little bit more of the dynamics. But for now, I'm just I just idly look at everything for reference.
Oh no, that's better. Jesus, at last.
The one you just shared?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that setup. Whatever I change, I'll share it with you anyway. If you want to, if you get on with it. But I'll jump in with you, mate. I'm going to go do my usual. I'll go and grab a cup of tea and then I'll come back to you.
Yep.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
All right. Hey, Jeff. Hello.
Are you going to watch the World Cup later on?
No, I don't really go in for it.
No?
Actually, I don't understand the rules. Never really been involved.
Yeah. USA versus England tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a big deal. I've got a couple of friends that'd be going nuts.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. Huge.
Right, okay. I'm on board with you.
Well, this set has already solved my problem coming out of the kink here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you should be able to full plough down here until about now.
Yep.
Well, until you turn in. Down to third gear here.
Went in a little hot there, but yeah, I'm already up
Yeah.
quarter second on the lap just in that spot.
Oh, wow. Down to second early. Hit that blue and white on the right if you can. Yeah. Up to third gear. Yeah. So turn one is quite tricky. So what I normally do is I normally go on the blue and whites on the left and really straddle them. You can almost get that white line, what you see on the edge of the track. You can almost have that going down the middle of the car. So
Really?
just to the left of the middle of the car. And then hit the brake, as you said, that white line down to third gear. So down another gear there.
Fourth, yep.
Yeah, so if you go down to third gear, you'll get a bit more rotation and you can literally just floor it.
Yeah, those are those hidden things I can't find for myself yet.
Where did I tell you about that before, about just flooring it? I can't remember. It was a certain corner we was going around, weren't we?
Yeah, it was
anyway,
turn 5 at Interlagos.
Which one's that? Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, don't feed it in whatsoever. Just literally just plant it and just work out where the point is where you can do it early enough and whatever. You might be able to floor it and then have to lift off a little bit as you get up in the revs and then floor it again, you know. I think that's what I do. I can't remember now. Yeah, I don't know, man. That set was bloody scary as anything, and you made it even worse.
Yeah, and the
How's he get? I mean,
the funny thing is, it was an immediate improvement for me. I don't know what that says about my quote driving style.
No idea. Yeah, no idea.
But as you know, as my race last night proved, I don't think it was the reason I was inconsistent, but it was definitely not working for me.
Yeah.
In fact, that problem with the kink I was just talking about, Rolly was consistently walking away from me coming out of there, of course, because I couldn't keep the pedal down.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, he wasn't making any mistakes, so there was absolutely no place to pass.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough pace on him to do anything.
Right, okay. So you want to be as wide as you can be going into that left-hander, the fast left-hander there. And you want to come out in the middle of the track, really. So a lot more speed through the middle of the corner there.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you come out right of centre, because you can still get it over to the left when you're on the brakes. As long as you point it the right way before you hit the brake pedal, you'll be all right. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jeff. I don't even know if he's still here. Oh yeah, of course he isn't. Yeah, try and widen that entry up to this corner, this left-hander. Try and widen the entry up a little bit. Don't worry about going on the blue and whites on the end of that either. It's just it's a weird corner, that is. And don't worry about the curb on the inside of this one either. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'd get over to the left a little bit later as you go down the front straight. Oh, that's the limit.
that was a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Painful too. That's a whole third of a second, of course.
Yeah. What are you in third gear now?
Yep.
Yeah, just bang it down 2 gears on the entry to turn 1.
All right, I forgot about that. Down to third on turn 1.
Yeah, just on that entry. So literally, you can almost just, bypass 4th gear, really. You'll see when if you do it too fast, it does feel like it's gone, the revs have gone a bit high, but you'll work it out. Yeah, that's a good line into this one. You want to cross over that first part of the blue and whites there, if you can. So don't worry about the curbs on the entry here, just stay right next to them if you can. Yeah, that's it. So just there where you turn in on the second part, that's where you can be on power instead. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, perfect. And now just floor it. That's it. Just keep it in third until you have to mash the brake down hard. Or keep your foot down until you have to hit the brakes, rather. Because all the time you're just flooring it, you're just getting that rotation. Just like this one there, that exit there, what you just did. Yeah, perfect. See how the car still goes over to the left? Yeah, you just want to come over onto the right-hand side a little bit more on the entry there.
Okay.
And here, just go for a wider entry into this one as well. So you can short shift up to third gear there. So my rule of thumb for you with there in turn 1 would be if you go up the curb like that, don't floor it afterwards because you'll never make the corner. I think you knew that anyway.
Occasionally, I do all 12 things right. And it just works. And then the rest of the time I'm thinking, well, what the hell did I just do?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work?
So this, so when you go around the right-hander up here, just bring the car into the middle of the track more, and go for a little tiny bit of a wider entry into the left-hander here. So just stay off the power a little bit longer. That's it, perfect. And then you want to cross over. You want to be on the blue and whites now. So earlier to turn left as well, and this one stay left a bit more. That's it. Yeah, perfect. And then still obviously try and hit those blue and whites on the right. Up to third gear now, straight away. Yeah, that's it. But don't flat shift. Just change up with just lifting off the pedal there.
I don't know why that one feels so awkward.
Yeah, you got a funky line going on there.
On the last turn or the one before that?
The one before. Is that the one you meant, or the last turn? Yeah. That's it. Floor it. That's it. Nice. That's it. You can't do that much better than that, mate.
That's better. That's.
I know you floored it because the steering wheel
optimal.
the steering wheel came out straight, so you couldn't do anything else than that. See, I was saying gears are so important. If you was in fourth gear there, you wouldn't be able to floor it because you know the rotation wouldn't be there. It's like being at the right gear is like the most important thing about how to get this car around the track, I tell you. Yeah, what do you mean you don't know the rules of football, man? There's nothing to it. Just kick the ball in the goal.
I've heard that.
Yeah. The only trouble is the offside rule, and that's easy once you know what you're looking at.
Oops.
Yeah, that's it. You can get on power and go faster through that corner. You want the car to sort of be forced onto the outside of the track there. I'd be scared to do that, what you're doing there. I'd leave it a lot later before you go over to the left there.
Okay.
I just always panic and think of someone coming out the pits and using that funny, weird, short pit exit, you know?
It is funny, weird.
I don't even know why it's there. What, you know?
Yeah. Well, in this version of the track, they had the other side coned off.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So, what's the temperature now? 113. So, Johnny boy, if John gets anywhere near my lap time, I'm going to be scared. I didn't even know he'd already put some laps down before he just turned up.
Did John come in?
Yeah, John's here. Yeah.
Huh. I didn't see the notification. I must be really concentrating.
Yeah. He's only 1/10 faster than you at the moment. Let's see how many laps he's done.
Yeah, it's his first lap, I'm sure.
He's done. No, it's his second, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's a big difference.
Yes, big difference.
No, John. Yeah, I would say you can hit those blue and whites on the right hand side on that in that hairpin, but I can't get over them how I normally did. Not all the way over them. Jesus, man, everyone's asking me for help. It's like mind bending. Yep. That's it, nice one. Can't do it any better than that. If you floor it and get out to those blue and whites on the left, then you can't go faster than that. Tough to nail that brake marker, isn't it?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it seems like it's tough to get over there in this car. This track is really slimy.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they've re-scanned that curb or something, because when you go over it and nail it, there's a little lump on the end of it, and it sort of kicks the car out anyway. Jeez, imagine the money I'd be earning now, Glenn.
Exactly. You'd be triple dipping.
Oh man. I don't even know how I'm going to help Ryan next week. I mean, he's bloody quick.
He's quick.
Yeah.
He's another guy that when I watch him, his inputs seem really sharp. Like Robert Plumley.
Okay, yeah.
But works for him.
Yeah. So what you can do, I mean, this is a little intricate secret of Phillip Island. You know, when you go around that left-hander there in fourth gear, if you go on the blue and whites, then yeah, that's okay. If you just go to the left of them, it actually pulls the front of the car round.
Right on the dirt.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure if it's doable this season. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't actually nailed it to be able to do it. But I used to do it in the V8 Supercar and pulls the car round really nice.
Yeah, I did see that in your Phillip Island video.
Oh, those were the days.
Classic.
I got in trouble for Lime Rock. Have you ever seen that one?
No. I don't.
Dave Cohen.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Lime Rock. I couldn't think of anything. I definitely wasn't going to use the word lime. You know. So what I did, I made out. So the story is a native Indian went for a job in England, and they said when he went in for the job, it was like, "What do you do? What you know? What's your skills?" And he says, "I can stand against tree, or sit bench, or lie next to rock." So the whole story was he got a job to lie rock, because he lied next to the rock, and that was the whole story. And so it went through, and Dave Cohen said, "Yeah, that I don't know if you know the guy. Do you know a guy called Justin Goulet?"
No.
Actually, Dave's friend, and he's a native Indian. I didn't know, and I just thought, well, you know, even if you are, it is, you know, I'm not making fun of you. You know, I'm not saying you're idiots or anything. It was just a play on words, you know. But yeah, he did say, yeah. I thought it was inspired, really, but there you go. What do I know? Light and rock. Road Atlanta was my favourite.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Still remember the Picketry corner.
Yeah. It's a brilliant way to look at that section, you know. In fact, I don't actually think I knew about doing that until I started making the video. Because I was actually sort of trying to think of something to show everyone else, you know, what to do. And I think that's how it happened, because I can't, well, unless I was doing it unconsciously, you know. But
Finally got on power there a bit, right?
yeah. So see what I'm saying about lap times, look, 31.8, 31.6 you, Jeff's 31.5, John's 31.5. It's, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really look at the full race analysis from last night, but I know Laos heading off. He had a recovery drive. I don't know exactly where Martin finished. But the midfield, Javier, Tobias Harnby, Rowley, me for the first couple laps, were really closely packed and there was no movement.
Oh, right, okay.
And I'm pretty sure
Right,
that Javier and Rolly finished out the race in the same order they started, just kind of, running within 2 or 3 tenths per lap and nobody being able to pass. And
yeah. Okay, mate. John's doing qualifying laps. He's just taking the first spot. I'm not having that.
Mm-hmm.
You know me. I'm not having that. He knows I'm not having that as well.
He's expecting it.
In fact, he'll actually say something when he sees me come out on track. Not having that. He's just literally got out the car and I've got in mine.
Might as well retire.
All right, finally got a lap about the same as my old set.
Oh, right.
It's coming though. Oh, actually, I guess that's my fastest lap.
Oh, yeah, 31.3. Yeah, that's good stuff.
And a lot more comfortable, especially that back kink, etc. So
Yeah.
how am I doing? 4 tenths from you, not for long, and
I hope.
7 tenths from John. All right. And while I'm thinking about it, I got to take off this fleece. I'm already getting sweaty.
Yeah, right.
It's a nice rainy day here, but we've got the fire going, the pellet stove running, and nice and cozy.
Oh,
here.
right. Yeah.
All right. Now that I've been sitting off the side of the track for 2 minutes and my tires have thoroughly cooled.
Yeah. Actually works. Oh. Oh, I've got to turn my volume up on my engine. Oh, I wonder why he wasn't saying anything. He's left. My work is done here.
Done.
And then he's left.
Oh, is he chatting?
No. He just put up on the chat. My work is done here.
Good for him.
Yep. This is the point where I don't go any faster with my set, and I end up trying to use his again and actually learn to drive it. and then tell you that you should have changed John's set.
Oh yeah, the world scale makes so much difference.
Yeah.
Man. I've been driving with the old world scale setting for, I don't know, months, a year.
Right, okay. I can't even remember, because I'm not on Steam. I don't know what I did to change it. I think it was a Steam setting or something back when I did it. It was before OpenXR.
It was before OpenXR, and that was definitely where I changed it. I don't know about Oculus.
No idea. I can't remember. I remember doing it though. Oh, it might actually be in the Oculus app. I don't know.
In the tray tool or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
I've got the Oculus software installed because there's a soaring sim, Condor, that required it, and I haven't fired it up in a year or two, so I wonder if they still need that pass-through. That's better. And then I screw it up on the exit. Whoa, that was a quarter second there briefly. If I could nail that braking zone into the hairpin. Little things like doing everything right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, this ain't happening, man. Might have to go to John's set here. No, not good. Jesus, I was in the 31s then.
I know when I've kept you within 4 seconds, you're not doing well.
And I'm on qualifying fuel as well. Right, let's sort this out.
I'm coming though. 10 or 12 years from now, I got you.
Oh man. I remember saying to, well, me and Michelle used to say it to each other a lot of the time, you know, when we was, when we used to just fighting for wins every week, you know. Jesus, don't know how long this is going to last. There's always going to be some kid coming in. I think it happened a while back. Without me knowing.
How old's Michelle?
A couple of years younger than me, so he'll be 49 now, maybe.
Got it. Less than a tenth. For you, I mean.
Yeah. It's actually making me think I might not race tomorrow. Because I'm not going to go much faster. And I don't really want to be messing up with the guys' championship, you know, because I'll be right in the middle of it all.
Yeah, always uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you know, worst case scenario, I'll probably take someone out or something. After commentating all season and building it up, I'm the one that takes them out. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good look.
And then promptly disappear for months, if
Yeah,
not years.
yeah, and meet the guy.
Right. And say, yeah, let's have lunch.
Yeah.
No, it's cool, really.
Yeah, it cost me my only chance at a championship. Yeah, well, I scaried up the diff on my set then, and got a bit quicker. So maybe that's the way to go then, mate. Maybe you was right in the first place.
Well, running yours around, I can definitely say I'm more consistent, but I haven't
Yeah.
really gotten like consistently back to the same lap times, you know, over the course of the whole lap.
Well, yeah.
It's definitely made it much better in lots of important places, like getting into turn 2 here.
Yeah.
Wow, did I go through a whole tank? I did. Wow.
Really? Wow. That's some dedication, mate.
You know, some of us just have to bang our heads against that for weeks and weeks, making almost painfully small advances. Occasionally getting frustrated with our progress.
That's been me for the last 10 years
20
in this
years,
car.
yeah.
Well, yeah, and the V8 supercar before it.
I'm a full second off you and John. Wait, no, I'm bad.
We're running low fuel though.
I'm bad at math. I am 7/10 off you and John. All right, I'm going to put you down for just a minute. I'll be right back.
All right, mate.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, looking over my lap times with your set, way more consistent.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot easier to drive. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And a couple of those laps, I was a little bit late on braking, getting into the hairpin, but I was able to manage it and the feather the brake, still get in without losing it because I was able to judge the corner speed a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I'm happy
Oh,
about
let me
that.
just share. Yeah, let me show you this because I've sped this up now. It's a little bit more scary on the diff, but.
And you're back to yours?
Yeah, let me just tell you what I did. I just went down to 65 on the drive ramp. That's all I've done.
Okay. Oh, session's about to end.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. You did pip him. All right.
Only just. Do you know what, though? It's like this place really reminds me of Watkins Glen. It's like you'll get pole by like half a tenth, you know? That's why I always say that we should run Watkins Glen week 1 all the time, you know?
I like Watkins Glen, especially the boot.
Yeah, I actually like the classic layout without the bus stop.
Yeah.
That's when your lap times get really close. But it is a little bit of a boring race. I remember having races there before, and we was literally just overtaking every lap, you know, each other. It was actually getting boring. And then
the draft
Michelle
train.
lost it. Yeah, Michelle lost the race because he thought the race had finished on the white flag, and he let me through.
Ouch. That's painful.
Yeah.
All right.
And this place really hammers the right side tyres as well for some reason. I got a mate when we drove the V8 supercars. We had a guy. There was 3 of us. There was me, Renz Brookman, who you might have heard of.
I've seen the name.
And he turned out to end up being a VRS coach and he won the Pro Series in the GT3 cars. And now he's a Coanda driver, but he doesn't really drive much anyway. But yeah, so when he joined, it was just me, him, and a guy called Trond. I don't know how you say his surname. Is Hjerde. So Hjerd or something like that. I don't know. He was from Norway as well. So as well as Uwe, I mean. And he won the top split broadcast race here in the V8 supercar, and that is seriously hard to do. And he was drifting it. He was drifting the car around all the left-handers because, that car just had serious understeer. And he was just literally drifting the car around the left-handers to stop the front right from being worn out, and he won the race doing it. It was
Wow.
I tried it. He said it to me early on in the week. He said, "Oh no, try this because it's." I just couldn't do it. I just kept spinning out. I didn't have the skill to do it. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, it really was. I don't know if it's on YouTube, that drive, but if it is, I'd love to see it again.
Real quick, talk to me about the firm front ARB and the soft rear.
What you mean? Why I've done it?
Yeah.
Because I tried a stiff rear bar with a stiff front bar, and it was getting the inside wheel was spinning up. So actually, I might, if I'm going to run this 65 ramp, I might actually go a bit stiffer on the rear bar now because the rears are locked together more, so you might not get that inside wheel spinning up, and it might loosen the car up a bit. So yeah, I mean, work in progress, mate. I don't know.
Oh yeah, as ever.
Yeah.
I was just curious because I don't know.
Yeah, I just want all it was really to. Do you know what my philosophy this in this new car is to just get on power as early as you can. It just seems doesn't matter really what you set the car up to be like, as long as you can get the power down.
Yeah,
and that's why I think it's sort of I don't know. It's sort of a bit. What's the way to say it? The old car you used to be able to change a lot in the setup in the old car, and I don't think you can in this new one. I think this one's a bit sort of locked, sort of in itself, if you know what I mean. Doesn't matter what you do to the setup, you don't really end up going that much faster. So I just sort of think, I actually think that difference between me and John there, what's he done a 36 and I've done a 35, that's probably quite a lot on this track. It's probably the same as what it normally is, between me and John there, just because the lap times are so close.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. If you can get the setup just to be, rather than worry about anything else in the setup, just as long as you can get the power down, it sort of seems to work, But I'm still, I don't know. I've not found sort of what I like to do with setups. I mean, I used to find loads of stuff in the old car at certain tracks, like full bump and rebound at Summit Point or something like that. I used to kill it or barber, just because you can get over the curbs and hammer it,
Yeah.
But you just can't find that in this car. Well, I haven't anyway. I've tried all my usual stuff what I tried before. I don't know. I've never been much of a trail breaker though, as well. That's what kills me in this
car. That does
car.
make a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm sort of almost like I almost can't wait to see what Rob's going to be like if he comes back next season, because that's what he used to do in the old car.
Yeah.
He was trailing the old car, and I think he was probably one of the only guys that was doing it. That's just his style of driving. So he'd really going to be good in this car. I just can't do it. I just can't get. What I normally do is I normally brake for the corner. So it's normally the slow corners where it happens. I brake for the corner, turn in, and then I'm still off the brake. I might not be on the power now, but I'm still off the brake, and then I sort of suddenly realise I'm not on the brake and get back on the brake. And it's weird. These pedals are terrible. For this this G27 or whatever it is, G29 pedals. It feels like I've got sort of like about, I don't know, maybe a centimetre of movement before it even registers on the on the thing where it should, I mean, because I'm used to this pedal, it should be instant, in my mind, but in real life, I'd be putting my foot down sort of like halfway down the pedal, like yourself, because how brakes work in a car, you have to move them quite a lot before they even touch, don't you? So yeah.
Yeah, it's and that's one of the things that you've obviously just overcome, right, with the equipment you've got. That's amazing.
Yeah, you know what? All this talk about, oh yeah, Mick does really well in the G20. It's all crap, mate. It's as long as you got a bit of force feedback there, and it doesn't matter if you're running a good wheel or a slow wheel or cheap wheel or whatever pedals. Yeah. Just get used to whatever you got. You really do.
Well, I think you might be right. If obviously with enough time and effort, you're going to do fine in anything.
Yeah.
But maybe with different gear, you'd get up to speed faster, right? You just
I think I did when I was on the road. When I was using these other rigs, I think I got up to speed quicker. But then now I've come back and I've got, because this season is the only real season where I've driven the car properly. I think, or last season as well. From when I came back, and because when it came out, I didn't practice it much because I was going on the ride, and then I sort of disappeared, and I was gone. So I never really tried it until I got to other people's houses. And then I just suddenly thought to myself, Jesus, I've got up to speed quick in this car, using this rig. And I really didn't expect to, but now I've come back here. I sort of think that I have as well on my rig,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I'd be any better off buying a real expensive wheel or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe. I think definitely on the brakes, I'd be more consistent. I'd be better at trail braking anyway. So I probably will want to get back. Once I get back, it's like I tell you, mate. This ride is really like it's like it sort of almost seems like a stepping stone to another life. When I get back, do you know what I mean?
You mean like there's this big shift? There's this.
Well, the thing is, because now ever since I've been in Cornwall. So what happened was I was looking after my mum for 5 years with my sister because she had dementia. So we both sort of gave up our careers, really, to look after mum, because mum didn't want to go in a nursing home. We didn't want to put her in a nursing home anyway, because my sister works in nursing homes, so she knows what it's like. And if you ever, read about the state of nursing homes over here in England, it's not good. Mum would have died a lot sooner than she did. So we decided to keep her at home, and let her live out there. So we sort of, gave up everything and moved back. So that's what I did. So, and because she lasted 5 years, it sort of became life, to look after her. We was just used to it. And that's why I was able to do so much practicing, because mum was, half the time, mum was asleep.
Right.
So that was that. So then, and I'd given up the bodywork because, I couldn't really keep up doing modern stuff because my back. So I'd sort of, stopped working. And I got used to not, living on much money and stuff, because you just do, because I had to. And then, mum's gone now. So now I'm in Cornwall, and, the next thing is the ride, and then when I come back off the ride, then it's just going to be completely different,
Yeah.
I don't even know what,
You have to figure it all out again.
Yeah. It's sort of like it'll be like when I've left school. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Because I can't go back into the bodywork trade. I cannot do it. I can't do it and make money unless I do it all of my own. And who starts a business when they're 50, in their mid-50s? It's just not going to happen. So that's not going to happen. I mean, and I could probably get away with going into a garage and just try my best to just sort of tell them what they want to hear, and I can do this, I can do that, and do this, and all the rest of it, But I would, if I got a job in a garage doing restoration, I would say to them, don't pay me regular money because I am not as fast as they don't want to hear that. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
So what do I do? So I don't know. God knows, I don't know. But luckily I'm still in this mode of not needing much money to live. And I never will be, I never have been, really, to be honest with you, if I'm honest with you. But, so, yeah, I really don't know what I'm going to do when I get back off the ride. But, I'm going to do something. I was actually thinking of doing like driving instructor or something like that,
There you go.
Because a lot of guys can do that, once they finish work. But I'll still keep doing some sort of car stuff, Jesus, I've got.
You probably
two
need
cars
to, right?
installed.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
It's in you.
Well, I mean,
you'd miss it if you didn't have it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a love-hate job. That is. It's not as good as what people think it is. I never. Jesus. I think it's actually different in the States or somewhere but a lot of the places over here. No one's really got any money to do these cars up. And you only get. It's very rare you'll get someone who can actually afford to restore their car properly,
Yeah.
And they're normally the jobs that take the longest as well, so you get sort of a bit dragged down with that side of it. But I don't know. It's a long time since I did a full restoration. you know, a lot of the times I've been doing these little repairs, but and sort of, you know, restorations that aren't restorations. They're literally just spray jobs. Do you know what I mean? So, but I don't know. Yeah.
Full-time racing coach, part-time restorer.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
should
don't know.
check this session I'm in now. It's cool and unused.
Oh, okay.
It's like under 100 degrees, I think, and moderately low.
Yeah, because I know Seb's got a 30.2, so I wouldn't mind getting a 29. That'd be nice.
There you go.
We'll try that. Don't think it'll happen, but we'll go. Mind you, under 100 degrees, that's a lot cooler, isn't it?
It's a lot cooler. The last one got up to 113 by the time we finished.
Yeah. Love some of that. Gotta watch the football tonight, though. What time does it start? What's it now? 5. Starts in, just under 2 hours. But I'm even going to watch all the build-up and everything. I'm not even a football fan.
Oh, it is the World Cup, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I normally watch the big games. But only the England games, you know. I've not watched any of the other stuff. I was never really interested in football, you know, growing up. And you got to watch out, you know, you got to watch yourself when, you know, that's how bad it is in England. Especially where I grew up. You know, I was saying I grew up in a shitty old area. You know, if you meet a bunch of guys out on the street and they say, "Yeah, who do you support?" Then, you know, because you got to know an answer, you know.
You got to know the right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only in the last few years come to kind of recognize kind of how that culture is. Because because we don't really have the equivalent here. Right?
No.
I mean, we've got people who are adamant supporters, but it's not the hooliganism, right? It's not the...
No. It's not so bad now. It was bad in the 80s. I mean, when I was like, you know, teenager in the 80s, it was quite bad. Yeah, I mean, I would have never gone to see a football match. No way. I mean, some of the stories you heard, you know, it was almost like warfare, you know, between fans after the game, you know, and on the underground system and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? No way. That wasn't me. It was bad enough living around this area, you know. Well, where I was from in London, anyway.
It's interesting. I need to go and check my settings. I'm not getting any of the system notifications. I didn't see you and John come into the session, and something's changed.
It's that diff change, mate. When you change the diff, the sim knew you was serious.
Needed to concentrate. Oh, he can't drive that. We're gonna change the game settings.
They had their hands covering their eyes.
That's right. Back in a second.
All right.
All right, I'm back. Oh, that's interesting. Weirdness with sound devices again. Yep, G2 is still set as default. Not getting any sound. Test, test, test. Yeah, so weird. All right, that's better. You hear me, Mick?
Yeah.
All right. Weirdness. I don't know what. All I did was went out and I looked at the device settings, sound device settings in in Discord. I came back and suddenly the G2's got no sound at all.
All right.
Weird. And all I did was select another headset and back, and it's working. Weirdness.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Computers.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Yeah. 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 I think I'm getting there with this set now, maybe. So I'll share it in a minute.
30.4. That's fast.
Yeah, getting there, mate.
And now there's no game sound.
Oh, right. That should be an easy fix, though, shouldn't it?
You would think so. I may have to just try restarting the Game
No.
client. Unless something else weird's changed and I'm just overlooking it.
I was just saying is in the options, make sure you got it set on the right thing, but you obviously know how to do that.
Yeah, it's set, and I usually have it set to default and everything works. I actually tried setting it explicitly and that didn't work. Oh, you know what? I did change one thing in the Windows settings. Hang on. I wouldn't have expected this to do it, but who knows? Maybe this enhanced spatial sound is not playing right. Huh, interesting. All right, I'm going to try to restart the client. Be right back.
All right.
Emmanuel's the one I punted last week at Interlagos. Poor guy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's never fun.
No.
Yep, sound's back. Whatever.
Okay. What did you have to restart?
Just the game.
Oh, okay. Your name didn't disappear from the server.
No, I didn't withdraw from the server or the session. I just quit and then rejoined.
Okay.
Weird. I got my system messages back now too. Didn't change anything.
Oh. I didn't hear what that guy said, did you?
Nothing.
No. Oh, God. This track is so hard to set up for. thing that's tough about it is it just doesn't behave the same between the slow corners and the fast corners. So you come out the slow corners and you got a ton of oversteer. You go through one of these fast sweepers, put your foot down, it just pushes off the track.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. It really is. And it ends up being like ends up coming down to how hard you push through a certain corner is how it handles in the next corner and stuff like that, you know. I don't get why why it's so hard to warm the tyres up. The track's as hot as anything, really. Mixture of no grip on the surface, but a hot temperature. This is a sort of week that I really like, though. You know, if I'd have been here from Monday or Tuesday, I'd have really enjoyed getting up to speed here.
Rewards the hard work.
Yeah, I probably will race next season. Some of it anyway. Half of it, I suppose.
What's your current departure plan?
I'm not too sure because I've got to still watch out for the weather in Central Asia. I was looking at leaving next month and going down to Spain. I might still do that, but it might mean sort of sticking around in Europe for a little bit longer. But ideally, mid-January, I suppose.
Awesome.
And have a sort of a slow ride through Turkey and if I do that, I'll be sort of putting up with a bit of a cold Europe, but when I get out to Central Asia, it'll really pay off. And then it will pay off when I get to Singapore and all around that area, because I'll probably beat the rainy season as well.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about Australia. I can take that as it comes.
Okay, good. I pipped Emmanuel for second place again.
Oh, nice one.
And there's a lot more time to be had, even for me.
Has it got, has your session got hotter, has it?
I haven't. Oh, you know what? I turned crew chief off. I was about to say I haven't heard him say anything.
Right.
I don't think so. I think it was still about 100 when I came in the second time.
Okay.
I'll try to remember to check next time I reset.
It's on the info tab if you're not in the car. Oh, you're in the car.
Yeah. All right, that's how you drive the middle of that turn one. Jeez.
Oh no, it's definitely not got hotter because I'm up. Yeah. I reckon there's going to be a few cars coming off of this hairpin this week.
Yeah, I was 3 of them last night. I was so mad. So I just, I couldn't, I just, I was like, what is going on? Like one of those races, right? Just,
yeah. Yeah. Nothing you can do, man.
No, there's no reset button for our brains.
No. Right, back in a sec.
Yep.
Right, I've got a set, mate. Let me show you this.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's a qualifying set, really, at the moment. There you go. If you want to use it, it should be about 7 or 8 on the front and 2 on the back.
Okay.
Ride height. What we got? Oh, 104. So I got a 30.3 and 104. So that's all right. Happy with that.
Oh yeah, it has gotten warmer.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll sit with you for a while. What's our time? Quarter of an hour. I'm going to watch the news at 6 and then watch the football. Make some food.
Sounds good. All right, so front ARB at 4, rear ARB soft. Two clutch, 20 preload, 65, 60. Okay.
Yeah, don't know if I'll go up on the rebounds and bumps a bit. I've got them on 0 for some reason. Oh, that was because it was understeering on the in these fast corners. I forgot I did that. I'll go back on for an hour after the football anyway. I'll share whatever I come up with. Yeah, I'm really thinking. I don't know. I might qualify tomorrow and then maybe start from the pits or something. I don't know.
All right. I've added fuel, adjusted perch offset.
Yeah.
Okay. And in general, are you looking for the lowest ride height that's legal, that passes?
On the front, you want the lowest. On the rear, you want the highest. But it turns out that if you go too high on the rear, you lose that 0.5 camber.
Right.
And I think that's more important than your ride height, is getting that camber. So always ends up being a click under the limit. In fact, it's not. It's on the limit. Oh, no, this is qualifying setting. Yeah, so as near as you can get to 3 inches on the front and 4.9 whatever on the rear.
Yeah, it looks like with 8 gallons, the front offset is 2094, and the back one's 2266.
Yeah, I got 2266. Yeah, I got the same. Oh no, 2266 gives me 0.4 camber. So hold on, what am I doing? I must have the front.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so just go a click lower on the rears and it should.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, and you just said that too, and I didn't even.
Yeah, well, you was looking at numbers, mate.
I was just looking at red. Nothing was red.
Oh, Caster's 9.8. I wonder if that would change it. I wonder if that would give us any. I'll try that later. I'll give that a good go later. That sometimes that works out. Sometimes that keeps the back end planted. That might be the secret. I'll try that. In fact, what's the temperature at now? Yeah, I won't try it now. It's gone up another 4 degrees.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, it's gone up another 1 now. It's 109.
Where am I sitting? 131.3. Oh yeah, there's plenty left for me.
Yeah, well, that's race set though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was low fuel, that. You're getting on power nicely though, mate, I have to say.
Thanks. Hopefully that's some of the work I've been doing over the last weeks has come to some advantage, some improvement.
Yeah, well, he just wants to get into your muscle memory system, and then that's it. Then that's what you do, instead of feeding it in slow, and having slow hands. You just, Jesus, I've never been up this part of the track.
Me either. Well, there's a reason, because there's a wall there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll see. The last thing I was just thinking out loud earlier, and I just thought the last thing John needs to see tomorrow is me leading and him second. That'll really piss him off. Because you never know, Uwe might be slow, Seb might spin off. So I might race. If I race, I won't qualify, or I'll help you out if you want. I don't mind. I'd rather do that if you're up for it. But I don't mind you not being up for that as it goes.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Of course, I'd be interested, because I'm going to learn something.
All right, yeah.
But if that's, fun for you.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine doing that, mate. I wouldn't mind racing, but there's no way I'm going to be up the front. I don't want to get involved in that championship. No way. and anything can happen, mate. Here, you know, my rift can turn off, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
You're gonna race. You're gonna race tonight.
Yeah, I'll race. I'll race tonight. Yeah.
So you get your fix in at least.
Yeah. It's one of the toughest braking zones ever because it's like, you know what happens? What it is you come out of that corner before, and if you really nail it, the last thing you want to do is brake. You know, you just want to keep going, don't you?
It feels so good. Oh wait, damn.
Yeah.
There went the braking marker.
Yeah, I might end up owning that Firebird, that blue Firebird, when I come back.
Think so?
Off the road. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's a really nice car. It is. It came over. The guy bought it from the States, sight unseen, and obviously gave me the job of restoring it. And it was rotten when it came over. I had to make I made the rear wheel arches for it.
Really?
Yeah, made floor pans for it. I've actually got a video of my girlfriend making a rear wheel arch for that one. And yeah, made some floor pans for it. Made a new battery. Well, the front wheelhouse, made half of that because I just couldn't be bothered to send off for the panels. You know, I just thought, what's the point when I can just do it? And I had some nice metal there at the garage at the time, so I had to go out doing that. Are you on Facebook?
Technically yes, but I haven't looked at it in years.
Oh, okay. If you look on it and look at me, you'll see all the pictures of all the panels that I made. And it's got a really nice engine in it. It's not numbers matching or anything. It's not even a rare car. I think it's a straight six car originally, but I wouldn't mind having it. It's got a really nice engine. It's got a 400 engine in it, and I think it's got to be somewhere around 300 horse, somewhere around there.
That'll do.
Yeah, it's got a nice engine in it, and but the only thing is it's got a power glide, 2-speed power glide transmission. So if I do end up getting it, I'll probably put a 4-speed in it, and
I can't tell exactly what's going on, but I think the cat's on top of my desk playing with something.
Oh, right, okay.
It's going nuts. Hopefully she's not chewing something important or valuable.
Yeah, right.
Oh, slidey.
Yeah, pretty quick though.
Yeah, it was good. It was up there, right even with my optimal lap right now.
Yeah, you still got a nice late apex.
A little bit slow out. That's better.
Yeah, nice one. That's nice.
Until that.
Yeah. Oh, just a little bit of a slide on the entry, wasn't it?
I think I jabbed at the brakes instead of
All right.
being reasonable.
Yeah. That's a better line through this one. I still think you're staying off power a bit too long there. You can get on power and let the car go out to the right a bit. Just on the exit, where that blue and white curb flattens down at the end, you know?
On the left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get on power, you know, as you go into that left-hander, when you get on power, I think you can just stay on it. And obviously the car will be going quicker in the middle of the corner there, and it will come out on its own. So I think you're getting on power and then coming off again and getting it to turn in again. And I don't think you need to turn in again. That's nice.
Not like that, but
No, it's your initial point of turning's fine from before, but it's just I think you're coming off the power to get into the turn, which is fine, but then I think you're staying off the power.
jeez.
Yeah, better second part of the corner, but I think you're losing your turning point now. So you can still turn in earlier,
Got it.
but then just don't come off the power. So obviously you'd come off the power to actually turn into the corner. But then once you get onto the left-hand side where the blue and whites, you can get back on the power, but just don't come off when you get on it initially. Tough, it's so tough.
A little bit too floaty on the back.
Yeah.
Couldn't catch it.
It's a horrible feeling when it does that. I don't actually know if that's real. I've never felt that in a real car. Just feels like the rears have gone on a load of ball bearings, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's getting better. But staying third for this turn. I think.
Why did I shift?
I can't remember if...
Too much in my brain.
Yeah, I can't think. Well, I think it's because you came out the corner before a bit quicker. Yeah, I think you're doing it there. You're doing it there as well on that corner. You're sort of slowing down to stay on the left-hand side. You want to just treat that as a normal corner, so don't worry about keeping to the left so much. Hey, I'll jump in with me just before I go.
Yeah, on the exit to 2.
Yeah.
All right, I'm with you.
All right. So nothing wrong with this at all. So apex there is fine. But then get on power and just let it come out a bit. Try and get over the other side of this like that. Let's see how the car turns left.
Yeah.
It's a bit. It does unsettle it a bit. I don't know if it's faster or not, really, to be honest with you. It probably ain't really. But I'd always aim to get on the curb there through that fast left.
Yeah. And I guess that's another place where I've got to make a concession, because if I've left it too late, I'm turned in late, and I'm going to miss the curb, right? The question is, do I lift and get on the curb? Do I keep my foot in? And
yeah.
So I don't know.
So with this one, I always aim for this apex like I just did there.
Okay. Got it. Yeah, that's way earlier than I was getting.
All right, okay.
Even close.
If I hadn't spun there, I'd show you this line. So still go for this apex here, this one here. But let the car speed up on the exit like that. Look.
Okay.
Stay in third gear. And then I'd do this down the straight. I'd just gently bring it over to the left. I wouldn't go too early, you know?
Just because of traffic?
It's a bit annoying for people that are chasing you as well. If there's someone behind you and you do that, then they're not going to get round you.
Okay. Okay, awesome.
But if, you know, it all depends what's going on. Like, you know, but if I'm with you tomorrow, I'll let you know if you should do it or not.
Yeah, we'll play with it. We'll play with it. Like where I made my mistake last night and where Laos got into me was basically just me not being confident with Rolly being a little bit defensive and coming back to the left. And I lifted more than Laos would have expected, and you know, just kind of those stupid, in hindsight, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that, or didn't need to do that.
So again, just watch this apex, so all over that curb there like that.
Got it.
So let's just get this line right now. So short shift, look, above that curb, look, that's how I normally run it.
And then out from there, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do one more. Never lift.
Getting closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really struggle with getting back towards the left with heavy braking right there.
Yeah, what you mean after the fast left-hander?
Yep.
Yeah, it was tough there. Burn the tyres now.
Got it. All right, so use the flat part.
Yeah. So see how early I shift up to third there? Look.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I'll plan on running the 23:30. If I'm
Yeah, I'll
around,
be there.
there was some chatter while we were in the session here about doing a 19:30. We'll see if that one
Oh,
goes.
okay.
But
Yeah, I'll miss that. I'll be watching the football, but
yeah.
yeah, I'll be here for the 23:30.
Okay. Awesome.
Nice one, mate.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah, you too, mate. You too.
Bye.
See you later.
All right, Dad, if you're watching, I'm going to call it good. That was a long session. It's nice to have a holiday week here. All right. I will let you know if I race tonight. Thanks. See you soon.